So once you will open the portal.azure.com, over here what you have to search, you have to search data factories. So if you will search, it will get like this. Then you will come to the data factories. So I have already created this. If you have not created, then you have to click over create, and then you have to select your subscription. Then you have to select the resource group. Under your subscription, you have to create a resource group. So if you have already created, you have to select that. Then you have to give the name. So just give ADF and it's a development phase. So give like that name and just give 16. So it will be get created, and there is Git configuration. So as of now, you can ignore the Git configuration. Git is the part of like Git is part of your deployment thing. Like if you want to do the branching strategy, working with the multiple people, so we will look into this into later. As of now, like ignore the Git configuration, then networking thing like public endpoint and private endpoint, what connection you want to keep. Then advanced, there is a advanced feature. Then you, if you want to tag this with under any resources, you can tag that. And review and create. So I have already created, so I'll go just and I'll open this ADF 15 I have already created, and I will launch this. So if you launch, it will take a second, minute or the second. It will get launched, and let's see like what you will get inside the Azure Data Factories environment. So if you will come over here, you will expand this side, you will get the author. So inside the author, you can create a pipeline, you can create a change data capture, create a data set. If you want to create new data set, you can create that. Then you can create a data flows and Power Query. Then there is a section monitor. So with this monitor section, you can monitor the data pipelines, triggers, change data capture, and integration runtime. Whatever you have the integrated service, you can monitor from here. Then there is a manage section. So this section, like if you want to create new services, link services, integration runtime, you can create from here. You can manage your Git configuration. If you want to configure the Git, then you can manage from here. There is a triggers. If you want to delete the triggers or change the triggers time, you can do from there. You can also define the global parameters. So global parameters used to uh, deploy or like define the global variables. Like if you are um, reusing a variable multiple times, then you can parameterize that. Then there are multiple things like we have credentials. So we will see all those things. We have Apache Airflow as well. So you can manage the Apache Airflow and you can create the environment and you can manage from here. So we will see all those things in later videos once we will start to the practical part. So it's a overview thing. So if you'll come over here author side, so just you have to create over here plus, and then you have to create a pipeline. So once you'll click in the pipeline, so pipeline have the multiple activities. So in interview, you have to like you will get asked the question like what are the activities you have used. So you can use like you can say copy data activity, data flow. Then under the synapses, you can use the synapse notebook, you can use the Spark jobs. Then we have multiple Azure functions we can decide. Then Databricks is there, you can use Databricks notebook over here. Then we have machine learning, Power Query. So these are the activities we have. So we have batch services as well. In that we can define the custom batch. Then we have data analytics services in which like we can use the use equal transact SQL statement. Then iteration and condition. So if we have a multiple thing like for each, if you have to apply the loopings, if anyone have work over here on SSIS, you can see like conditionals loops was over there, for each and all those things. So looping was in iteration. Like if you have multiple objects in a table or in a database and we want to fetch in the Go, we can use the iteration. So these all things we have. So I hope like you have understood the part of data factory, what are the things inside the data factory. So in next video we will create a pipeline and we will see like how in data factory pipeline used to work. So for today we will keep the video short and like we will keep the introduction part. So just set up the data factories, and in upcoming videos we will discuss the more advanced functionalities of data factories. If you want to have a specific topics video, you can put into the comment. I will bring the videos on that topics as well.